You ever heard of Monica McNutt? You have now, because she's on First Take a lot.
What's going on there, guys? We back with another one. We got to talk about Stephen A. Smith addressing Monica McNutt once again on his podcast when he was talking about Sue Bird calling him out in the coverage of the WNBA and talking about how the numbers have dropped since Caitlin Clark has exited the playoffs, but the numbers overall is up from years previous. And so he was going at Sue Bird, but he took a sidebar and went at Monica McNutt. We seen Shannon Sharp go at Andrea Carter not too long ago, and Stephen A. Smith called out her TV appearance with Jon Stewart, what she said to him, you know, early on in the season about Caitlin Clark bringing attention to the WNBA and the lack of coverage prior. And also, I think Stephen A. is really bothered by the last thing she said when she was on Front Office Sports, and she said he was jealous of Pat McAfee. Let's take a look at those clips.
Unfair to the women of this league, to your point, who have laid the groundwork for Caitlin Clark to come in and now take it to the next level. That's all I'm saying in these conversations. Stephen A., respectfully, with your platform, you could have been doing this 3 years ago if you wanted to.
Really appreciate
you're my girl, but you've missed a lot of episodes of First Take. You missed a lot.
Stephen A., 3 years ago, you would not talk about the W at this level. Don't do that.
Guys.
Nobody was, Monica. You making Stephen A.'s point, Monica. Monica, you making Stephen A.'s point.
What was it like to critique your own network? Because that's really rare.
I was like shocked. I really thought I said water was wet. And Stephen A. and I, we are totally fine. It's a debate show. We debated. But for me, it wasn't disputable.
Yeah.
And perhaps maybe you, as opposed to saying ESPN, draws some, crosses some feathers and gives people a little bit of an uproar. But 3 years ago, I mean, there were people internally texting me like, yeah, you're right.
So she later in an interview said, "You mean to tell me that nobody in the NBA and NFL is jealous? Why is this a thing that women can't be? The numbers he's going after because of Pat McAfee, Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, he might say they're raising market value. But at the bottom of that is they're not about to get paid more than me. Sounds like jealousy to me, but I haven't seen Inside Out 2. So that's what Monica McNutt said. And Stephen A. Smith, he took time to take a little shot at her when he was addressing Sue Bird. This is what he said.
I think it's a beautiful time, and I don't think anybody that is a part of this league or has covered this league, sure, we lament kind of keeping this little thing that we love to protect it from all of the noise, right?
Right.
But in the same breath, the eyeballs and the visibility and the growth is better for all involved. I mean, frankly, John, like, Caitlin Clark got me here, right? You know what I mean?
You know, everybody, Jon Stewart, who I love, by the way, calling Monica McNutt on his show. You know, she rolling out there like they just made a big time movie and she's a guest rolling up on late night television. Why? Because we got in an argument about the WNBA. And Pope don't get this message. And there's a whole bunch of people that was producing. Let me put in my Sinead name. There's a whole bunch of people. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. There's a whole bunch of people out there that's been contributing to the WNBA. What was Shannon and I saying? We were saying, do y'all see these numbers? Thanks to Caitlin Clark, Indiana led the league in attendance both at home and on the road.
So with all the dust settling and all the chatter about last season kind of being behind us, we're still in the WNBA finals, but when you look back at it, as a rookie, she made first team all WNBA alongside those greats you could see right there with her, all these top tier Hall of Fame level players. And so Shannon and Stephen A. had a point with that. Monica celebrity has gone up, you know, a little bit since their argument with Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. is frustrated by it. But I do think Monica's insight on the games, I think, man, she's really a star. If you haven't seen her call a game with Wally Serbiak and the other guy, the play-by-play. She does the play-by-play, but she also does post game with Wally Serbiak too. If you haven't seen her over there, she's really good. I think Monica has a gift to commentate games. You know, you could see it with the WNBA, but I think she'll be back with the Knicks this year too, because Knicks Nation loves her. But yeah, this riff between her and Stephen A. When I think back on it, I know they saying everything is good on the surface level, but we just haven't seen her on the show like we've seen her in the past. We've seen Andrea Carter brought back on. We've seen Chanae at different times, but we haven't seen Monica. You know, and Monica has probably been busy. You could ask her. She said she was supposed to do something in August, but her schedule wouldn't allow it. So, I mean, again, we don't know what's going on, but, you know, her and Stephen A. it definitely ain't like it was. We could definitely tell that, because Stephen A. is still taking shots. She's saying he jealous of Pat McAfee's money. And we saw the other day, Stephen A. Smith doesn't even like to talk about his contract negotiations. And he said, you'd be a fool to talk about it while you negotiate. And so somebody outside making that statement, you know he ain't liking that too much. So I don't know if we'll ever see Monica as a regular over there because of what she said or the things she's been saying. I will say, you know, she did add to the show when she first came over there. She was kind of like the opposite of Molly and some of the other women that people are agitated with watching on the show. And she was coming with viewpoints and great insight on the game. But, you know, when this Caitlyn thing came up, a lot of former women ballers and women on the network, they was just like, why are you so crazy about Caitlin Clark? And it was about the numbers. Now, some people did go overboard and say, lay down and pretty much just let her do her thing, which that ain't right. But you can appreciate the level of attention and notoriety that the game is getting based off of her presence, you know, and the things she's doing for the game. And yeah, she should have been on the Olympic team. Obviously, we look here at the finish line. If you made first team All-NBA, you won't at the Olympics. That's kind of a hard sell in the same season. You see what I'm saying? So the WNBA shouldn't have missed the opportunity to have those eyes on them, you know, during the Olympics like that. Because going into the next Olympics, I think, let's see, was it 2028? And Juju's a sophomore right now. Juju will be eligible to be on the Olympic team, so we'll see if they put her on right away. You know what I'm saying? So we just gonna see if they keep that same energy with that. But Juju's an amazing player. I think Hannah Hidalgo, it'll be some kids in college now that will be good enough to be on that team. So that's my thoughts, man. But let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Till next time. Peace.